In the small town of Rooksville, a local bakery named Sweet Crust held an annual event that drew visitors from near and far. This event, known as the Great Cake Challenge, involved competitors attempting to eat an entire cake crafted specifically for the occasion. The cakes were enormous, layered with velvety cream, ripe berries, delicate sprinkles, and frosted with the lightest touch of sweetness. This year, the contest witnessed an unlikely competitor, Eleanor, a librarian from a neighboring town who had never before participated in any eating contest. Eleanor had always loved the sweet and comforting aromas that wafted from Sweet Crust, and finally decided to join the competition, driven by a secret competitive streak none had suspected. Eleanor's challenger was Gregory, a former champion known for his astonishing capability to consume large quantities of food without a hint of struggle. Gregory boasted a wide frame and an even wider smile, always ready for a culinary battle. The day of the competition, the air buzzed with excitement as townspeople gathered around the square where two gleaming cakes awaited under the fluttering banners. Eleanor's cake was a majestic tower of dark chocolate and cherries, while Gregory's was a bright citron sponge dressed with layers of buttercream and fresh orange segments. At the signal, Eleanor and Gregory began their challenge. Forkful by forkful, Eleanor savored her cake, her eyes lighting up with each bite of the decadent chocolate. Surprisingly, Eleanor maintained a steady pace, her focus unwavering and her technique impeccable. Meanwhile, Gregory attacked the orange sponge with vigor. Confidence painted every move Gregory made, but before long, the smile began to fade as the enormity of the cake settled in. The townspeople watched, a mixture of glee and anticipation coloring their faces. As the minutes ticked by, Eleanor, with quiet determination, reached the final layer of the chocolate cake. Around Eleanor, the crowd started to cheer, the excitement building as it became apparent that the librarian was about to outdo the seasoned champion. Finally, with one last elegant bite, Eleanor finished her cake. The square erupted in applause. Gregory, only 3/4 through the orange sponge, laid down the fork, defeated but smiling at the surprise victor of the day. Eleanor stood, a bit dazed by the sudden focus on her, the remnants of chocolate at the corners of her mouth only making the victory sweeter. The bakery owner came forward, placing a ribbon around Eleanor's neck, declaring her the new champion of the Great Cake Challenge. As the crowd dispersed, the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over Sweet Crust and its array of sweet treats. Eleanor felt a deep sense of triumph, not just for winning, but for stepping out of the usual quiet routine into an unexpected adventure. Meanwhile, Gregory, ever the sport, began planning for next year's challenge, his spirits high and his appetite undeterred. In Rooksville, the day ended with stories of the librarian who could eat an entire cake, creating a new legend for the town's archives.